I'm delighted at the moment.
Yeah, well, that's good to hear. I mean, the tires as well.
Verstappen wins 2 of the last 3 Grand Prix.
Yep.
Red Bull really looks like they're competing, having a top tier car with the Mercedes and Ferrari. Is this the kind of tipping point for Red Bull and Max, where now they can fight and now they can go for race wins and lead this into next year? Because we're really seeing them go over the edge here and having fantastic races and really succeeding well together. And this could be the start of what could be a world championship campaign for Max Verstappen in 2020. Or 2020.
Absolutely, because I don't know if you saw Max's stats in the last 20 races today. He has been top 5 in the last 20 races since last year.
That's an unbelievable statistic.
Like, not lower than P5, and he has not crashed out, hasn't had a DNF.
He's just been so consistent since Monaco last year.
Consistently good driver. So I think it is. The Red Bull's definitely on. They have a driver that could win. They know it. They have it. They just signed a new contract with Honda. They know they're gonna have the same engine for the next few years, and an engine manufacturer that works with them and lets them do what they want with their car. So I think that's going to play a huge plus, and I think that's why we've seen such a big rise in Red Bull this year, because even though we haven't seen Pierre Gasly perform, we've seen Max Verstappen perform every single race.
Beyond expectations.
Yes, absolutely. So I think you're right. I think this is a huge start for Red Bull. I mean, I think we saw it a few years ago when Max originally started racing for them. He had huge potential, and I think he's finally starting to show it in the last year.
Yeah, I think he's really showing his mature driving side. We saw the teenager Max Verstappen years before, but this, 20-year-old now, or in his 20s, Max Verstappen, something like that. We're seeing the mature Max Verstappen come through, and we're seeing the relationship of Red Bull and Max flourish, and it's just seamless right now. And honestly, if they keep up this development rate and this teamwork through the whole crew, from Christian to Max through the whole Red Bull squad, I mean, they set a world record pit stop was it last
2 times in a row, and they set another one this week. It was 0.3 of a seconds faster.
Holy jeez. So
I think the last one was 0.191, and I think this one was 0.188.
Holy crap. So there again, everyone at Red Bull's performing. If they keep this consistency up, they challenge Mercedes next year for
absolutely,
or at least Max challenges Lewis next year for the Drivers' World Championship.
I think it's going to be a big competition between, even if you include Charles Leclerc and Vettel, include any other drivers in that race, in that series next year, we're going to see some very exciting racing for the next few years.
And you kind of wish that, everyone had this pace at the beginning of the year, because we wouldn't have seen Mercedes run away with this title, because it's just how they started the season. It was perfection from Mercedes. If the season started in Canada and France, and we had this kind of everyone's everywhere, and Red Bull's performing and Ferrari's slowly getting there. We have Red Bull and Mercedes fighting for the Constructors' Championships and Max fighting Lewis for the Drivers' Championship. And I think it's going to be a great season next year to watch these two battle at it.